What if electronics could be created using nothing more than light, water, and plastic? Scientists in Sweden have just demonstrated a breakthrough technology that could completely change the future of bioelectronics. Using visible light from simple LED lamps, researchers created highly conductive electronic electrodes without toxic chemicals, without expensive fabrication systems, and even directly on living skin. This is not science fiction. This is real, and it may redefine how humans interact with technology forever. Traditional electronics are rigid. Silicone chips and metal electrodes work well in computers, but the human body is soft, flexible, and constantly moving. That creates a major problem for medical sensors and wearable electronics. Researchers have spent years searching for materials that behave like electronics but feel more like human tissue. One of the most promising solutions is conductive polymers. These are special plastics capable of carrying electrical signals. Unlike ordinary plastics, conductive polymers allow electrons to move through their molecular structure. That means they can combine the electrical properties of metals with the flexibility of soft materials. But until now, manufacturing these materials required toxic solvents, dangerous chemicals, ultraviolet radiation, or expensive industrial equipment. The Swedish research team changed that completely. They engineered a special water-soluble molecule called EEECONA. When exposed to visible blue light, the molecules begin linking together into conductive polymer chains. The process is called polymerization. Normally, this requires chemical initiators, but here, the entire reaction happens using only visible light, water, and oxygen from the air. No toxic catalysts, no harmful UV radiation, no dangerous solvents, just light. As the reaction begins, the transparent liquid slowly transforms into a deep blue conductive material, and the electrical performance is remarkable. The researchers achieved conductivity levels comparable to advanced conductive polymers used in modern bioelectronics. But the most futuristic part comes next. The scientists discovered they could directly print electronic patterns onto surfaces using light itself. A liquid layer containing the molecules is placed onto a surface. Then, light is projected only where conductive circuits are needed. The illuminated regions become conductive. Everything else washes away. This allows electronic circuits to be created directly on glass, textiles, paper-like materials, and even living skin. Yes, living skin. The team successfully created soft electronic electrodes directly on the skin of mice and used them to record brain activity. Surprisingly, these soft polymer electrodes actually performed better than traditional metal electrodes. Because the material is soft and flexible, it conforms naturally to the skin. That creates better electrical contact, lower noise, and stronger brain signal recordings. This breakthrough could transform wearable medical devices, brain-computer interfaces, smart clothing, and next-generation health monitoring systems. But the researchers went even further. They also built organic electrochemical transistors using the same technology. These special transistors can transport both electrons and ions at the same time. That is incredibly important because the human nervous system communicates using ions. This means the material can interact with biological systems far more naturally than traditional electronics. Even more incredible, the scientists later adapted the system to work using red light. Why does that matter? Because red light penetrates deeper into biological tissue, which means future bioelectronic devices could potentially be formed deeper inside the body using harmless light. This research represents something much bigger than a new material. It represents a new philosophy of electronics manufacturing. Simpler, cleaner, flexible, biocompatible, and potentially far more sustainable than traditional semiconductor production. The boundary between biology and electronics is beginning to disappear. And this breakthrough may become one of the first major steps toward electronics that merge seamlessly with the human body. The future of wearable technology, medical sensing, and soft bioelectronics may have just begun. And amazingly, it all starts with light.